Welcome back to HIP Health Insurance Personalized segment. This is Consumers Doctor on behalf of Foremost Organization. Today's topic is individual health insurance. Individual health insurance. We have talked about large groups, small groups, ERISA law. Let's look into how individual health insurance is tackled by the personalized healthcare. The larger groups are covered by under the ERISA law, and even the smaller groups should have the access to the ERISA. So let's address some of the concerns on the individual policies, insurance coverage. So consumers need to pick and choose what is ideal for them. Affordable health insurance should be a guaranteed issue, folks. It has to be a guaranteed issue. And it has to cover pre-existing conditions. And it has to help the sickest among us with the most serious impaired health condition. Then only it's practical to have a personalized health insurance. So we will tackle that issue today. How would a personalized health insurance help you and your family? You might ask. First, you are unique with different needs during the changing times of your life. Second, your family's medical concerns will change from you being married to when you have a first child. Then when you become an empty nesters. Most importantly, at all stages of life, personalized health insurance will cover any and all pre-existing conditions. It has to. Let's go into how, if you're an individual applying for insurance under the personalized health insurance, your guaranteed acceptance for the policy of your choice is one of four ways. Number one, acceptance by a participating insurer. Participating insurer, because you don't have any health problems. So obviously insurance will love to have you. And number two, the second option, acceptance with the certificate of guaranteed coverage. What is the third choice? Acceptance into a premium subsidized insurance exchange. Premium subsidized insurance. And the fourth choice, acceptance into a premium subsidized impaired health support group. So these 1, 2, 3, 4 works. Affordable health insurance for individual policies are these 1, 2, 3, 4. Everyone will be able to purchase affordable health plans of their choice. Consumer's choice, folks. If you want to have health insurance, you will get a health insurance policy under one of these four options I mentioned. You may be skeptical. Let's go into the detail. If you're considering buying an individual policy, which option applies to you and your family. That's what you need to look into. Or consider neighbor situation. Now think of someone else having hypertension, congestive heart failure, paralysis. See how they get their insurance. That's what you need to look into that. Under the number one option, you're insurable. Under number one choice, you're insurable and accepted by the accepting insurer. There are no subsidies in this. Insurers are completely responsible for your healthcare coverages and costs. Under the second option, you're insurable but accepted with a certificate of guaranteed coverage. Certificate of guaranteed coverage. Even under this option, there are no federal or state subsidies. It's totally the insurer's responsibility to pay and cover you for your healthcare needs. Under the third option, insurable, accepted into a premium subsidized insurance exchange. Premium subsidized insurance exchange under the third option. This is federal subsidies involved with this third option. There are federal subsidies. And under the fourth option, uninsurable, accepted into a subsidized impaired health support coverage. Under this option, let me repeat it again. If you're uninsurable, accepted into a subsidized impaired health support coverage. Here, state and federal subsidies are involved in this fourth option. Actually, under the first option, when the individual makes an application to one or more insurance companies, historical studies show that 80 to 89% are issued mutually acceptable health insurance. In other words, you get what you want after the health review by the insurer. Under the second option, anyone rejected for insurance coverage by the insurer can have the application reviewed by an organization called Health Review Authority, which is a public-private partnership. It doesn't cost the government a penny under the public-private partnership. This Health Review Authority, if the insurance company rejects for no reason, the Health Review Authority can overrule the insurer. Can overrule the insurer, yes. And he will be given certificate of guaranteed coverage. This provision, once the certificate of guaranteed coverage from the Health Review Authority, the insurers are obligated to take this applicant, and it guarantees affordable insurance with protection for pre-existing conditions. 8 to 9% of the original applications will get insurance. 8 to 9% of the original applications which were rejected by the insurers will get the insurance. insurers will give the coverage because health review authority overruled the insurer. They don't have to give a certificate of guaranteed coverage, so insurer will take him as it is approved by the health review authority. But they don't need to give any certificate. Insurers will cover them. They're obligated. And under the third option, if the health review authority determines that applicant needs a financial assistance, then he or she will be referred to a subsidized state insurance exchange. This option guarantees affordable coverage for those who are healthy but are in need of a financial need. Yes, this is under the federal subsidy. Is involved in this third option. Fourth option, which is the most important because we have so many uninsured in the country. There are 27 million uninsured. That's what we are trying to address. How does personalized healthcare handles the uninsured? This is where we need to focus the attention the most, folks. This is where if the health review authority determines that applicant is uninsurable, he or she will be guaranteed affordable health insurance in a subsidized impaired health support plan. Only 2 to 3% of the applications, folks. There are not many of the most of them. They qualify. They fall in the category of 1, 2, 3. But the fourth category is the one which we need to focus because this is where mostly uninsured gets the certificate of guaranteed coverage by the health review authority. These are only 2 to 3%, folks. So we need to focus on 2 to 3% of the population to get proper coverage, and they need to have federal and state subsidies. They kick in. So this is the group. This group is the one who really need to be paying attention because these are the people who are really sick. These are the people we need to be proactive, and we need to do everything possible to lower the premium for these 2 to 3% of the applicants who are uninsurable. Personalized health insurance stratifies the risks and designed to meet the specific needs and circumstances. The process assures that regardless of your current health conditions, regardless of your financial situation, anyone wanting an individual health insurance policy is guaranteed, even if you have a serious existing conditions or financial needs. It is guaranteed. So I would like to see this group needs to be paid more attention. So we will solve the rising healthcare crisis of the uninsurable group. This is where we need to solve the problem, folks. And overall, the premiums have to be lower under the personalized health insurance. Instead of having a general risk, the risks are fragmented into 4 categories, folks. This is where you need to look into. Under the personalized health insurance, well category, is most of them are healthy. They should not have any problem getting health coverage. So they will go into the option one. Insurers will love to give them the coverage under the well category, which is risk number one. These are segmented, folks. I want you to focus on this. Risk number one, where well category should get the coverage by the insurer. And number two, at risk or acute conditions. These are the folks we need to, acute conditions like smokers, alcoholics, hypertension. These are the people who get acute conditions from the, like smokers can have pneumonia, and hypertension can result in stroke. So those are the people will fall into option two, where health review authority will look into it, and they will be given a certificate of guaranteed coverage by the insurer, because insurers are obligated under the health review authority. So they have to provide the coverage with a reasonable premium. It should not be more than 10% variation in the premium, because these are the folks we need to be proactive. If the individuals are proactive, they take all sorts of precautions. They take smoke cessation. They follow the routinely keep up with their blood pressures. They are being followed by recommendations from the insurance companies. They are compliant. Their premiums have to be lower. So the option to falls into the second risk category, which is acute. What is the third risk category? Is chronic illness. This is where we need most of the attention. People with chronic conditions. People with chronic conditions. Asthma, diabetes, hypertension, you name it, and congestive heart failure, renal failure. They fall into this category, folks. And these are the people, their premiums also have to be lowered, but there is health review authority will look at the individual applicant, and they will fall into the third option, where they will be getting a certificate guaranteed coverage with the lower premiums. And these people we need to be paying attention, because these are the people with chronic illnesses. And the fourth, and the catastrophic, the fourth one is catastrophic coverage. Normally, an applicant decides how long he needs the coverage. So applicant, a customer can decide the catastrophic coverage for a limited period of time, basing it on his occupation, basing on the risk he's involved with. So those are the people, and they fall into the catastrophic. So the risk segmentation does address the premiums, does lower the premium, because these are all segmented. As I mentioned earlier, under the fourth option, people are uninsurable or truly uninsurable for economic reasons, or impaired group for their health reasons. They will have federal and state subsidies, and they will be given certificate of guaranteed coverage. So overall, we are addressing every segment of the society, and we are providing them the best individual premiums for all the four categories and all the four options we have looked into. I hope I made it clear. It is risk fragmentation will help lowering the premiums, and consumers will decide where they belong. Consumers will ultimately decide the insurance what they need. Consumers ultimately decide what the whom to see, which doctor to see, which hospital to go, which diagnostic center to go. He will be given, individuals will be given proper tools. There is an incentive and rewards for an individual to for him because he will be paying from his personal care accounts. So individual will make a wise choice, folks. Individual responsibility is very important. People with personal care accounts, they don't want to waste their money, folks. If they have to go and see the doctor, they have to see the doctor on telehealth, telemedicine, or they have to go to a hub, get the treatment. Consumers will make a wise choice. If he needs surgery, if it's really, if consumers want surgery, if it's a must, they're not able to take care of that, then he will go ahead and have this done at a reasonable price. And also, I would like you to recommend Healthcare Blue Book, folks. Healthcare Blue Book, basing on your zip code, your pay schedule, like a schedule of payments, is very transparent in the Healthcare Blue Book. Even if you don't get the price transparency from the providers, look into the Blue Book because it will solve a lot of your problems in relation to the pricing structure. The prices have to be transparent so consumers can make a decision how to pay from his personal care accounts. I'm sure consumer will make the best recommendation because that's his health. He will make the right move because once he knows he needs to be done, he will make a wise choice, folks. I hope I clarified most of it. This is Consumers Doctor on behalf of Foremost Organization. This is the best we could do for you folks to educate you and make you aware of how to set up your personal healthcare accounts and personalized health insurance plans, how to look into it. This is the least a Foremost organization can do to assist an individual in making a wiser choice and getting lower premium policy under the so-called HDHP. Then you qualify to set up a personal care HSA account. Thank you for listening. We will see you in the next episode. This is Consumers Doctor. All of it, I wish all of it. Today is 31st of December 2020. I wish all of you a happy, healthy new year for 2021, folks. 2021. I wish all of you a healthy beginnings for 2021. Salute.